Hello everybody, my name is Zach, aka The Weather Gamer, bringing you NCL Blitzle Season 7 Draft Recap for your Chicago Charizards. We are back, NCL. I know last season didn't go well, but we hit the reset button for Season 7. We're getting back to some of the Season 5 routes where I had some success, made it to semis, and got knocked out. So you might see some familiar faces. But yeah, we're back. So it's pretty standard tier 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mega, 400 free points. There's certain bands. There's a new rule, and I'm not happy about it because if you draft Sandstream alongside a Sandrush user or Drizzle alongside a Swift Swim user, you lose an extra 20 points. So, for example, if, I tend to draft Sand and Rain, if I were to draft T-Tar and Excadrill's a 200 point mon instead of 180 points. Because Ian hates the fact that Excadrill has been consistently leading the league for 5-6 seasons, and Sand is such a threat, and he doesn't want to see a Sand team plus 2 Rain teams every season, and Excadrill being number 1. I think this rule is incredibly stupid. I have voiced my opinion about it being stupid, and that is all I have to say on it. But other than that, it's pretty standard. No DD on Karen Black. Darker I was allowed as well, with Nasty Plot, so yeah, go figure on that one. Deoxys Speed I think was allowed, but that's it I think. So I had the second overall pick. I did not want the second overall pick, so luckily we can do trades. I traded down to 14 with Box. Box had 14th. He sent me 14th and 2 free agents, so I get 5 this season in case I need them. And he gets the number 2 pick, which he then traded to Mortal, and his last free agent for the number 1 pick, so he could draft for at number 1. So, but anyways, by the time I didn't want second pick because it's just too dangerous. I screwed up by drafting Dragapult 3rd overall last season, so I just don't like being that high up. I'd rather have one of the back wheels because then people can take their high tier stuff, and I can kind of work my way through it. So. That's kind of where I am with why I didn't want such a high draft pick. But anyways, coming around to 14th, an oldie from WWC Season 4, Big Boy Melmetal, Big Boy Melmetal. I'm just happy to have Melmetal again. I've been itching to try it. If anyone remembers what I said at the end of WWC, the next time I use Melmetal, it was going to be on a specific team. It's on that specific team. But yeah, I grabbed Melmetal. It's a fantastic physical attacker, fantastic HP stat, fantastic defense stat. It just hits like a truck. Double Iron Bash, very, very broken. Darkest Lariat, good coverage. In the elemental punches, except Ice Punch. It doesn't get Ice Punch. Yeah, basically, this thing just clicks Double Iron Bash, and it does work. So. I'm really, really happy to have Melmetal back, especially on this team because I got some tricks for this thing. Up next, I picked up Zeraora. If you still don't know what team I'm using, please go reference my previous leagues. You should know if I've drafted Zeraora that something's up. Yeah, I'm using Special Kitty again. I know I said I wouldn't, but I wanted to. I really wanted to get back to the what made Season 5 so powerful for me. And so to do that, I went and grabbed Zeraora, which is one of my, all-time favorites to use. It's actually my all-time kill leader as well. It got new tricks. It got Aura Sphere, so it doesn't have to rely on Focus Miss on a special side. It got Electro Ball on the special side, which is incredibly good for a mon that fast. it got, I'm trying to remember what it got, Play Rough, which is incredibly good because now you don't have to rely on Outrage to take out Dragon types. You can have Play Rough and take out Fighting types as well. Rising Voltage, if my opponents set up Terrain, can be really good. It got better this generation. It legitimately only got better. So I am very excited to try out Zeraora for the first time in Gen 8, and we shall see how the Special Kitty plays out. But pairing it with Melmetal, while they're two very physical attackers, Zeraora can run on the special side, it gives me something incredibly slow for Trick Room and something incredibly fast that forces Choice Scarf Prep. So I'm really excited about this. Now, round 3. After this round is when I found out about the rain tax because I didn't in the sand tax because spoiler, I drafted rain. Because I looked through the rules and I missed it because Ian formats his rules the same every season. And I looked at I skimmed it and I was like, okay, yeah, that's normal, and I just skipped over the tax line. And so I was mad at this point. But somebody drafted Pelipper right ahead of me. And when they drafted Pelipper, I was like, well, it's time to pivot my entire draft plan because I wasn't going to take Rain round 3. But with Pelipper off the board, I was like, well, shit. I need to get my Rain Sweepers right now. I can draft Politoed later, or, I can draft Manual Rain, and then I don't have to deal with the Rain tax. That's also another option. So I jumped the gun. I drafted way too early on these next two picks. And subsequently, a lot of people are gonna say you drafted your draft way too early, but I had to do it for a specific reason to avoid snipes. So the first Rain Sweeper I picked up was Kingdra. Kingdra has gotten incredibly good this generation in Rain. It got Hurricane, which is 100% accuracy. So it no longer has to carry Ice Beam, which is really, really nice. But you throw Hurricane on that thing, and it's just a nightmare. It got Flip Turn, so it can basically U-turn and pivot. Like the standard set is Choice Spec Swiss Swim with Hydro, Draco, Hurricane, and Flip Turn because you can just switch around. It's just so good now in Rain. Like, yeah, Ice Beam was good, but you're giving this thing Hurricane, which is 30% confusion and 110 base power that guarantees hit in Rain. Kingdra is just a monster. Yes, the Sniper Crit Draw is a very powerful set as well, but Swiss Swim Kingdra, very, very good. I did not grab Gudra before you ask if I'm running Dual Dragon. I did not grab Gudra. As sad as it is, I didn't want the Dueling Dragons this season. I did draft him on. I thought I would never draft again, though, as my other Rain Sweeper. I drafted Mega Swampert. I tried Kabutops. I didn't like it. I tried Dreadnought. Didn't really work. I needed a Mega. I needed extra points because when I draft my Rain set, or if I draft Politoed, Kingdra and Swampert each cost me 20 more points, which forces me to take Swampert because it's minus 40. So basically, Swampert covers the tax. Swampert becomes a tier 1 Mega for me. But I mean, Mega Swampert, we all know what a threat it is in Rain. It's one of the most lethal mons to use in Rain. The Water and Ground Stab is incredibly good. It does have access to Body Press this generation, so, defensive Iron Defense Body Press set is a possibility. Obviously, Power Up Punch, Elemental Punches, and Ice Punch being around. I don't believe it got Flip Turn, though. So, yeah, it doesn't have Flip Turn as of now. If they come in Crown Tundra, I'm assuming they might give Swampert Flip Turn, which means Mega Swampert would get it. But anyway, Swampert is just a massive powerhouse that I'm really excited to use again, even though I never thought I'd draft it again. I personally, when I started my career, I drafted Mega Swampert so often that I thought I was done with it. But we'll give Big Muscle Fish Mudkip. Boy, I'm tired, guys. It's been a long day. I worked this morning and I already played one draft league match, and I built all these slides, so. But yeah, Mega Swampert, we'll see how that that works out this season. With me learning more about weather and just being a more confident battler, maybe Swampert actually has a resurgence like Darmanitan did last season for me. God, I hate this stupid thing, but I had to pick up Aromatisse. I couldn't go after a Tier 2 Fairy. Actually, I need to slide this over, because I think one of the Tier 2 Fairies might have dropped. And if it did, I could potentially change things up. Oh, it did get drafted. Never mind. I thought, for some reason in the back of my head, I thought Sylveon hadn't been drafted. Why, I don't know, but my brain was like, hey, Sylveon didn't get drafted, so you should go grab it. Oh, poor Kingdra didn't get drafted this season. Anywho, what am I doing? Back to the rules. Slow this over. It's well documented that I don't like Aromatisse. I don't think it's a very good mon. It doesn't work for me. But it is a Trick Roomer, so I can set Trick Room for Mount Metal. It does have Wish Pass. It does have screens. So I can put up screen support for Rain. I'll give it a try. We'll see. I mean, with me losing 40 points, I couldn't take another Tier 3. So kind of got forced into taking a couple of Tier 4s, and because I needed a Tier 4 Fairy, I prioritized taking Aromatisse in the 5th round, just because there was no other Fairy down low that really, like, felt good to me, so. But after Aromatisse, a mon that I've been dying to get back to again, Scrafty. Scrafty's incredibly freaking bulky when it wants to be. Like, super annoying with base 116 defense and special defense. There's obviously the Dragon Dance set that is very problematic. A bulk up set can be hiccups. Bulk up sets can be problematic. This thing can run Assault Vest and be annoying. It's got great coverage, a great move pool. Intimidate, obviously, to slow physical attackers down. Moxie sets to, if you get Dragon Dance Moxie going, it can get out of hand very, very quickly. It's a shed skin, bulk up rush shed skin. There's just so many good sets that you can run with Scrafty, and I'm really excited to get them back. It has been a long time since I used Scrafty. I don't even remember the last time I used it. I remember using Scraggy in my one Little Cup attempt, but yeah, I'm excited to get Scrafty. Very powerful fighting type, very powerful dark type. Yes, I know my team is very physically offensive. I might actually be using more specials Aurora this season than previous seasons, but I know, I drafted a lot of physical attackers. Shut up, it's not WWC all over again. Up next, again returning from the Rain Squad, is Talonflame. Talonflame got immensely better this generation as well. It got dual wing beat, which is a 90% accurate. I know I'm going to miss them, don't worry. But it's a dual hit, 90% accuracy, so I don't have to run Gale Wings Brave Bird. I can keep my priority by dual wing beating instead, and it still does a fairly decent chunk. But the other really, really cool thing that Talonflame got this generation is access to Hurricane. Priority, never gonna miss Hurricane and Rain. Talonflame got Hurricane. Talonflame also got some others. Talonflame actually has a decent special attack. Like, its physical and special attack stats are virtually the same. 81 to 74, it's a 7-point difference, but that's not terrible. What Sword and Shield I am. From a special side, I mean, obviously, Fire Blast and Overheat and Flamethrower, Heat Wave, Hurricane. It does get Solar Beam if for some reason Sun is up. I can fire off Solar Beams. Like, it's not the greatest special attacker, but having Gale Wings Hurricane it's good. It's a nice little tech to have. Also, Flame Body defensive Talonflame has become kind of a new thing this generation. I know Joey Pokegame has used defensive Talonflame quite a bit. So there is that option as well. But I'm just excited because Talonflame got Hurricane in the rain. It just makes it that much more lethal under rain. Drafted Scolipede. I finally get to use Scolipede. I've only ever used Scolipede one other time, and that league lasted all of 1 week and then died. It was designed to speed pass into Mega Garchomp. Yeah, go figure. Scolipede is my hazard setter with T-Spikes and Spikes. I have a Rocker as well in Swampert, and I drafted Rocks later as well, but my hazard control on this team sucks. But I had to take Scolipede for hazards. Ferrothorn was long gone. I already have Melmetal, so I wasn't going to double up on my Steel types. I cannot Baton Pass the speed, but you guys have seen me get swept by Scolipede multiple times. So maybe I can sweep somebody with Scolipede myself. Really, my ideal situation with Scolipede is either sweeps or it sets up enough hazards that I break Sashes, I break Sturdies, and then Swampert, Kingdra, Melmetal. Somebody's gonna sweep up the game at the end there. So, but we'll see. We'll see how Scolipede goes. It has been a problem for me in the past, so maybe using it and understanding it, I'll be able to do a little better. Drafted the Snowflake Krogana. There's my Defogger / Rappin Spinner, because it gets both. Because Talonflame doesn't want to defog all the time, or carry defog on some sets. It might carry defog better this generation, but, you know, primary hazard control is unfortunately Krogano, or I have to deal with hazards being up, so I don't know. It's especially bulky, but I don't foresee using it much more than hazard control. Up next, we grabbed Credilli, aka Dick Nicholas, because that's literally what it looks like half the time when they aren't paying attention when they draw it in anime. But anyways, Storm Drain, so water immunity. Stealth Rocker, it is actually very annoying and bulky to deal with at times, just because of, you know, it is bulky. It is a very bulky mon, so very annoying with T-Spot or Toxic, Stealth, Rocks, you know, some form of recovery, and it's really annoying, and it gives me a grass type, gives me a rock type, and yeah, I don't know how much Credilli's gonna come. It's just there because I needed a tier 5. I mean, it really is just there because I needed a tier 5 and its typings fit. And of course, last but not least, Politoed, and I paid the fucking 40-point tax so I could have Politoed, the Rain Sweeper or Rain Setter from Season 5. I personally view Politoed better than Pelipper. Track record with me shows that Politoed is better than Pelipper for me anyways, so we'll give him a try. I'm going to try and get 2 more Whirlpool Perish Trap kills this season. I got 3 of them the last time I had Politoed. I'll see if I can get 2 here, but that's going to be the team. So let me know down below who you think is going to be the kill leader, how you think this team looks. I honestly think this is the best rain team I've drafted in my career. I haven't had a better rain team personally. Let me know what you think of Ian's stupid rain tax. All that, but I'm going to give you a preview of the schedule because we have that out now. In the past when I've recorded, we haven't had that out. We start right off the bat with Revan, then I gotta play Johnson. We get the Cleveland Escavaliers, who are not Slick because Slick is in Blitzle. It's actually Dom, who I've played multiple times. Get to play him. Gotta play Savage because Ian insists on putting everybody in Blitzle and moving them up, which means I gotta square up against Savage. We got Nathan and the New Mexico Lotads. They were the other rain team that I ended up dismantling right in front of them. Seattle Star Raptors are familiar face. Tennessee Venopedes is actually Ace, so I can maybe get redemption for my 6-0 by his Mono-Psychic type team. We get Liam in the Toronto Blue Flares again. We get Tiff and her Atlantic Skiddos. It's always a pleasure to battle Tiff. We get Burmy Sanders, which is Box's current team, which is Mono's normal type. So that's going to be fun. We got Nacho and the Detroit Rainbow Wings, and we get to finish the season off against Mortal and his LaGrange Greninjas. So that's going to be the team. That's a preview of our season. Let me know what you guys think down below.